If you think that the main reason why you haven't landed your first engineering job after school is because you lack experience, I can pretty much guarantee you that that's complete nonsense. I was working with a client recently, and we were trying to come up with her experiences and figure out where she had gaps. And I asked her the question, can you tell me about a time when you explained something technical to a non-technical audience? And she came up blank. She said she didn't have any projects, any schoolwork, any internship, anything that really had a strong example of that. After digging thoroughly, I found out that at her part-time job, which was not an engineering job, she took part in a program because her employer hired mentally disabled people part-time to give them work and experience. And she took part in that program, and she trained her mentally disabled coworkers on some technical tasks. What an absolute gold mine, right? If we think about this question from a competency perspective, this checks all the boxes and even more than a typical engineering example from a college class would ever check, right? So the main problem here is, for most recent graduates, is not they don't have enough experience. It's that you're not able to identify what experiences are really valuable and what experiences actually are answering and demonstrating the competencies of the skills and the abilities that you have that employers are looking for. So the main thing to think about when they ask you these questions and when you're going through all your experiences is, what competency, what real deep skill does this thing demonstrate that I have, right? Don't just look at the surface level. So once we went and dived deeper on her example, we found out that it was a very, 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 very rich example. It demonstrates ability to adapt to a different audience, to adjust your style, to get feedback, to verify that what you transferred and what you taught in terms of technical knowledge actually hit and was received and was acted upon. And the extra bonus of this example for her was that it's novel, right? Most people are given some example from an engineering class, a coursework, a project, right? Things that recruiters and hiring managers and interview panels have heard a million times over. This is very, very, very novel, right? So try to think of these things outside the box that experiences you've had that not everybody could share, not everybody has been through. And the second thing it did was it really raised the bar on her EQ, right? Think about the different emotional intelligence that this kind of example brings to the table and how much empathy and patience she had to have training these people for all the different reasons that they needed her to be patient with. So, long story short, don't sell yourself short. You most likely don't have a lack of experience. You have a lack of understanding and knowledge of what experiences you have that are very valuable and how to package and sell them in a way that demonstrates your value to a potential employer.